I can't believe they let us be on air, like that anyone can do this.
It's pretty hard, honestly.
It truly is. And someone has to entertain your mom.
That's true.
Yeah, what's going on this week? It has been a week. It just seems like the week of all the things. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into super mom mode, and I have to pick my oldest son up from tutoring at 5. And then at 5:30, we have to be at the high school for 9th grade orientation thing. And then we have to go. Yes, it is February. It's just like informative. It's not mandatory, but I feel like I'm going to miss something if I don't go.
Right, but they should be doing it like the week before the first day of school. This should be like a July thing.
I think it's stuff you need to know, like how they pick their electives, and there's more, like it's before school starts.
That makes sense.
So it's like preparing them to enter high school, basically. So it is like necessary. Yes. So I have to go to that, and then I have to be back at the middle school at 6:30 for another meeting about their end of the year graduation.
Who's coordinating this?
The middle school and high school are not speaking, apparently. And they're a mile apart. So I'm just like, you could have sent an owl, you know? You really could have. So I'm just going to be like beast about. And we have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow.
No.
Two different folks in the house. It's just, and my head is going to explode. So I called my boss today. I was like, I am going to freak out tomorrow if you don't help me today. And luckily he was like, I got this. And he took a bunch of stuff off my plate so my brain could breathe. And now I feel better.
Heck yeah. That's great. I feel similar. It's just been like nonstop since... Well, I guess I took it a little bit easy Monday. I still worked, but I did play some video games at night. So I had a little bit of free time Monday. But besides that, it has been nonstop. I just can't. And today's Wednesday. So yeah, I just feel like I haven't breathed. We've just been going. This is the first time I've been able to sit down.
I just noticed that you labeled yourself as Big T.
Big T in the house.
For our viewers who can't see what's happening in our software right now, I am boring and just labeled myself with my name. But
at least you're not all caps this time.
Yeah, I turned off the shouty caps last time. That was boomer behavior. I need to watch it with that.
On brand.
Truly
on brand.
Out of touch. Truly. Yeah, so we're feeling kind of chaotic, so we needed to dissociate by watching Vanderpump Rules. Obvious.
Yes, I'm excited to get into this. What about Tom calling Lala a narcissist?
Okay, hear me out on this. And this is a few bullet points down for me.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to skip ahead in the episode, but like I had this thought that Lala is one of the most emotionally intelligent people in this show. But even watching her in this episode, she kind of like it flashes back to that one season where she's saying nasty things to like Stassi and Katie. Like, oh, I see we're not working on our like all those gross things, you know? And now like she really is always evolving and changing. She actively seeks to be better and do better. And she's sober. She's one of the few of them that is sober. And I think sober people, generally speaking, are just like more enlightened than most of us.
100%. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I totally agree. I was feeling like that too. Like she's just... You can tell she's putting in the work.
Like she's obviously fucked up in the past and she ain't perfect, but like I just don't see her as a narcissist.
For him to call her a narcissist.
Right. I just couldn't stand the whole episode, him like being so mad and like wanting to be able to move past this, like rushing everybody else's process of like trying to heal and move on themselves. It doesn't track. Just doesn't. No.
Mm-mm.
I am not sure at what point. I know it was at the beginning, and I don't know what it was in reference to, but Katie said, I would rather eat a jean jacket.
I
I
love
just
that.
thought that needed to be repeated. I
Mhm.
think there are so many applications where this can be useful. Yeah. For me, in my specific line of work, questions I hear a lot that I would respond to this with, can you make the logo bigger? I would rather eat a jean jacket. Can you fix my email?
I'd
Would
rather eat a
rather
jean jacket.
eat a jean jacket. Those two specifically come to mind. So useful. Yeah. It feels right rolling off the tongue. So
It
thank you,
does.
Katie Maloney. I think she is also the like underrated star of the show. Like, good for her for divorcing Tom Schwartz and like living her life. I'll tell you, one of the storylines I did not appreciate was Tom in the floaty pool. What was it?
A cold plunge. It
The cold
was
plunge.
such an uncomfortable scene to
The
watch.
The eye contact between him and Billy Lee was so intense and uncomfortable.
And then, like, when he plunged his head in and, like, did this slow, like, lifting your head out of the water and the water flings back from your head thing, and, like,
Yeah.
Billy's jaw just dropped. Like, I don't know. The whole scene was just so
It was weird. And
odd.
I
Yeah.
have to say that him doubling down on like being in love with Rachel, like he's really doubling down on it being love. And it's hilarious that to me that she's just like ghosting him.
Yeah.
Like that he's doubling down that this is love.
Mhm.
He really hopes they can be something, and she's just not responsive.
And I wonder right. And I
Like,
wonder if he even means that or if he's just doing it
he definitely doesn't.
to, like, save
I
that
think he knows
face.
it's like the only face left to save. That's
Yeah.
all he's got.
Mhm.
And it makes him the least amount of crappy. So I feel like that's
Right.
the
It's like
reason that's appealing.
it's the best avenue out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also, we're skipping around all over the place, so that is my fault. But
We're just bippity boppity.
when they're talking at the end, Schwartz and Tom, and they're talking to that girl Jo, in Schwartz's apartment,
Oh, yeah.
and Schwartz is like, "Okay, I want to invite you on this trip. And I think you should just go and like be humble and like try to get back in like kind of like a somewhat normal relationship with the group." And Tom just starts going in on how everybody else is wrong. And Schwartz says, "Tom, this energy is not going to serve you well."
Yes. I thought that was so well worded because I feel
Yes.
like he tried to
His
say that.
exasperation when he says it too, like, "Tom, it's not going to serve you well, buddy." Like, it's like your friend is a total train wreck. That is the only thing you can say. Like, this energy isn't gonna serve you well, babe. Mm-mm. It's not gonna work out. What else do we need to catch up on?
Oh, dreams with boyfriends.
I would love to catch up on that.
So, you know those dreams. I know you know. When you dream about husband, boyfriend, significant other, whatever, and you just wake up like so mad.
Yes.
I had one of those this week.
Oh no.
So it's so hard to shake that mad too. Like I know that I'm not like I know that he didn't actually leave me in the mall for another woman.
Yes. It's always like realistic though in some way, like
And I couldn't leave the mall in the dream because we had ridden there together. And he's
Okay, so wait, he left you at the mall.
yeah, well, no, we were both at the mall.
And he left you to be with another woman, and thus you were stuck at the mall.
Well, no. Oh, this is what happened. Sorry, I forgot for a second, but it's coming back to me now. Someone offered him a small amount of money to leave me.
He was
And
like,
they
"Yes."
offered it to me first, and I considered it. And I said, no, I don't really think that's worth it. I said, and then he asked Brian, and Brian was like, yeah, I've been looking for a reason to leave her, or something like that.
Oh my god.
And then he just goes off and starts like hitting on other women at the mall. They're in front of me. And obviously we're at a mall, so it's not like I can Uber. Like Ubers don't exist in this time, right?
No,
When we're
'cause
going to malls.
you're at the mall.
Right.
So,
And
obviously, it's 2007.
right. And I'm just stuck there watching him hit
You
on other
didn't know
girls.
him in 2007, but that doesn't matter.
Right. And yeah, I was just waiting for him to get done hitting on other girls so that we could leave. And then the baby cried and I woke up.
So,
And I was
how did
pissed.
you stop yourself from murdering him?
Well, I let him know. I let him know when he woke up.
I'm
What?
considering murder.
I let him know what he had done.
He said she's just gonna need a little bit of time to cool off, I think.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
a little bit. Um, if you want to hear some news, the latest news in I refuse to give up my paid off iPhone that I've had for 8 million years.
No.
Um, okay,
There's
so
more to the saga.
yes, so in the last week, my camera broke, so I can only use the front-facing camera, so can only do selfies, can't take a picture of anything
Functional.
else. Yeah, and can't turn on my flashlight, like, nothing on that backside. Oh, actually, I can show you, Tori, like, you can see how messed up that is.
It
Um,
for those listening, it is shattered.
it is completely shattered. What fun little thing is happening now, just like a little sprinkle of spice in my day. You know that screen that comes up when you, like, go to turn your phone off that's like, "Are you sure you wanna turn your phone off?" And you have to, like, swipe to
Yeah.
turn your phone off. Okay, so that just randomly pops up when I'm not even touching it. So it's just like, "Hey, I wanna turn off. Can you just swipe it real quick?" And I'm like, "No, no." And I have to just, like, hit the X. And then, 30 minutes later, it's like there is a spirit in here coming through and pushing the home button on my old ass iPhone.
I'm
And so
about to make you an Apple appointment right now.
I will not replace my phone. I feel like I can push it to the end of the year.
So I asked Brian the other day because he recently upgraded from the 8.2 and he was so stuck on the home button thing
Yeah.
that he wouldn't upgrade for years. I mean, his phone still worked though. but,
Wow. Excuse me.
but I asked him and I'm like, do you miss it? Do you miss the home button? Because he was so adamant about it before that it's
Yes.
just going to be like the biggest deal. And I kept telling him, no, like you're not even going to think about it. And he said, oh, I think I only thought about it one time. So just
Well,
take that with you.
that is fantastic. I mean, my kid has dropped and I have dropped my phone and he has dropped the iPad. Like, we're the problem high, but also so is Apple.
Right. Like they could build it more durable.
Definitely. Someone has a birthday coming up, even though if you ask her, she would say that's not true.
Who?
We are gonna disc golf.
Woo woo.
Yeah, we're gonna do some disc golfing. I will bring snacks, but I will not be going to Aldi again anytime soon because I went there the other day and I just feel personally victimized every time I have to check out at Aldi.
What's going on at Aldi? I never
Okay,
go.
you never go to Aldi? Oh my god,
No.
you suck. I love me some produce and protein at Aldi. That is what I go for, and I feel like I save so much money. But anyway, at Aldi, you load up all your stuff on the conveyor belt when you check out, and the person, they start scanning your stuff and they just throw it into the cart because you have to bag things yourself. Okay. I
Are
don't
you
know
serious?
why. Yes. And so they have an empty cart when you go to check out
Oh,
and
sitting there.
and they start throwing the things into this empty cart and you eventually have to swap. Okay, that's always awkward. There's not enough space. there's not enough space to swap carts. Okay. But what upsets me is the strength at which they throw the things into the cart. And I take great time in arranging my items so that, because they just be throwing the bread and stuff, and
Yeah.
like
Heavy stuff on bottom. So you have to put it like on the conveyor
gotta go
belt
backwards.
in
Gotta
a
load
specific
backwards.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I happened to buy a bag of potatoes, as you do. Okay. And I swear I grabbed it out of their hand so fast. I was like, no, you are not doing that to the cart. You're going to bust open half the thing in the cart. Hell no. No, it is so aggressive, and everyone has their own unique, throw that they do. And the one I got this past time, like sometimes, they're like a little gentle plop, and it's like, okay, whatever. The people this past weekend, they were feeling vicious. Okay. So I was just happy to get my groceries home in one piece, to be quite honest with you. So we will be getting snacks at Publix like dignified people.
Publix it is. Man.
Like, why did no one tell us how mind-numbingly awful it is to feed yourself and your family
It's
every
the
day?
family part for me. Like I used to
I
be
would
able to
just,
just
yeah,
it wouldn't matter what's in my fridge. I can just DoorDash something or
yeah,
Uber it.
PBJ. Like, if
Yeah.
it's just me, I don't care. Like,
Right.
whatever. I'm gonna eat eggs for dinner or something.
Now I
I don't
always
know.
have to have like avocados and bananas and stuff around for this
Sucks.
little guy.
Like, if you guys don't finish these strawberries
I swear to God.
before they go bad, like they're only good for like 2 months out of the year, if that.
And the blueberries. Why is the package so big for blueberries? Do
No
you ever
one
eat all your blueberries?
No, it's not possible unless you do like smoothies regularly, and I broke my
That's
blender.
true.
So,
Ah,
well, I
poor
didn't break
blender.
it. It just broke. It smells like it's gonna catch on fire every time you
That's not
use
good.
it. So, we don't use it.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Finley?
You bitch. Lost it. I lost my sneeze.
Was that my fault? Did I do that?
You interrupted my sneeze thought. I can't sneeze. I'm like, it's like not being able to go to the bathroom in front of someone.
I didn't realize that was a sacred moment. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, I should not have announced it. That's the thing. You never announce that you have to sneeze because somebody is going to disrupt it somehow. The balance, the equilibrium of the planet is just off now. It's
I was
fine.
gonna say that
Oh gosh.
Finley's new favorite thing is a fake sneeze. So if
That
you just
is
go,
adorable.
"Achoo," he will laugh so hard. It's the cutest thing.
I can't wait to test that out.
He does not like a real sneeze. Those are big scary.
That's a little much. I get it. Like, if I could tell people upon meeting them, like, hey, keep your fucking volume down for my ears' sake, I would. Like, if there was a regular way to say that.
Speaking of
would.
Finley's, his likes and dislikes, we've recently learned that he does not like laughing. Like he likes he
Wait,
likes to laugh. He doesn't like when other
people are laughing?
laugh, especially in congregation. If there's more than one person laughing,
It's too much.
he
much
does
too much.
not. So, did I tell you how I found this out?
No.
So, I went to the celebration of life for a friend of mine, and they're up there giving speeches at this, like, yes, this very serious event. And I'm bawling, just a mess.
Yeah.
And when they're giving speeches, you know, they have little nice tidbits where they're like, they
Right.
put little jokes in, and the whole room would laugh. There's like 100 people in there. Finley, every single time, would just start screaming every time they laugh. And at one point, I'm looking around for the doors, but the doors had been closed at this point.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
God. There's nowhere to
can I
run.
even, like, my anxiety was so high. I'm like, can I even get out of here? It's just absurd. Like, the door was unlocked. I eventually made my way
out.
door.
Those moments are stressful, though. When you have a baby, are you kidding? Mm-mm. Those are the worst. They feel so intense, those types of moments when you have a baby.
I think it's just my social anxiety. It's like, it's a me thing
Yes.
for sure.
It's like social anxiety mixed with like, what does my baby need? And what do I
Yes.
do? And
And does everyone know that I don't know what my baby needs?
yes. It's just like a downward spiral of like, and probably no one's even paying attention, but like on the inside, you're like, everyone is looking at me. They all think I'm an idiot. They've all decided I'm a terrible mom. Like, just the absolute worst thoughts. Why?
I will say one lady did give me a head shake, like in the no direction. Yeah.
Oh, well, she is getting a bag of dicks in the mail. That's for
I
sure.
love that for her. I love that for her.
Yeah, and they won't be the glittery ones.
Have you heard of this ReesaTeesa girl on TikTok?
Okay, I'm so glad you've added more to the sentence because I had no context. Like, is that a politician? Is that like somebody who's running for president? Is that no
ReesaTeesa 24.
Reese Pieces?
ReesaTeesa.
I do love Reese Pieces.
Yes, me too. Me too. So ReesaTeesa, I am captivated. So it's this woman who was married to a pathological liar, and I don't know what she's doing, but she's been driving a lot. And during her drives, she is recording TikToks, and it's like part of a series, and she's just like telling the story from like the day that she met him to like the divorce and the after story, and it's like a 50-part series on TikTok.
Okay.
And each video is 10 minutes long. So it's quite the undertaking, and I am now on part 45, so I'm almost at the end. And it has just been so captivating. I've been listening to it for 2 days now, just anytime I'm not.
Is it actually good?
Yeah, it's a little slow moving, I will say, especially at the beginning. But once you get like 5 parts in, you start getting like sucked.
That's a weird way to put it, but okay.
I meant to sucked in.
But that's not what he said.
It's not what it said.
Oh gosh.
Oh
Okay.
no.
It's fine.
Yeah, once you're like 5 parts in, you really get sucked in. And yeah, it's just captivating, and everyone ends on like a little cliffhanger. So you just like have to go into the next one, it seems like. And yeah, it's just captivating. I can't believe she's like,
you're on part 45?
Yes.
And they're all 10 minutes long.
About, yeah.
So you're invested 450 minutes.
Correct. Yep. Your math is spot on. Yeah.
And I have my calculator up just to make sure I wasn't like tripping. Like, no, bitch, you know how to multiply by 10.
No, that's accurate. That's accurate.
And wait, how many hours is that? Hold on. That is 7.5 hours.
6. Okay. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I'm just shocked that someone could make a TikTok series that long.
Yeah.
And still.
And it spans over like 4 days too of her like creating it and making it.
Interesting.
It's like 4 days worth of her like recording. But yeah, it is super interesting. And I'm very curious if she's ever going to tell us like where she's driving.
Yeah, like, can you explain the driving thing? That's when you said at the beginning, like, there's this person on TikTok and she's been driving. Okay,
she's just driving. That's all I know. It could be part of her.
And her name is Reese PC.
Close enough, yeah. But yeah, it's people are watching it. I'm captivated. You can watch a TikTok on the TikToks, like one that just summarizes it, you know? But it's wild.
You
Like,
can get the Cliff Notes version.
yes. But
It's
it's just
incredible.
crazy. I mean, he's lying about like babies that they've had. She's finding out that like siblings that he's been like pretending to be talking on the phone with, like every single day. They've been married for years. Every single day he'll say that he's talking on the phone with his brother for like 30 minutes, and she's found out now that he was pretending the whole time. There was never anyone on the other side of the line. And he like was so committed to these lies that he kept up with it. He tricked her into thinking that he was going to buy a $700,000 home in cash. He like showed her screenshots of bank accounts, and she now has done Google reverse image searches on it, and it's just like Google Images. But
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, this poor woman. It's crazy. It's a crazy story. You should check it out.
TikTok is a lawless place. It's
The
just
It's crazy too, like on an app made for scrolling, that she can just hold people's attention long enough
yeah,
to
that's impressive, honestly, for a content creator to be able to A, have a series with that many parts and keep it going and keep an
Mhm.
audience captivated.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Out of Touch, the letter P cast, all one word. Follow us on TikTok at Out of Touch Moments, or you can send us an email at outoftouchcast@gmail.com. Boom.